Finally, we caught you red-handed.
You won't be stealing another package from us again, you hoodlum.
Before I could say a word, Megan's father pulled out a taser gun and shot me with it, causing me to fall to the ground as he electrocuted me. As I lay on the ground, writhing in pain, Megan's mother ran over and began to kick me as she hurled insults at me. Hi there, my name is Jacob, and I've met some of the nicest people in the world in my life, but sadly, the story I'm about to tell you does not include such people. Nope, actually, if anything, these are exactly the kind of people that you should do your best to avoid. You see, I started dating Megan about a year ago. We had met on a famous app where you swipe right on someone if you like them. Well, we matched and started talking, and after a few weeks of getting to know each other, we met for drinks one night and we both felt sparks fly. We started seeing each other exclusively, and before long, we even started talking about moving in together and possibly even meeting each other's parents. This part worried me though. As a black man, I've dated more than a few white women, and not all of them, but some parents aren't exactly progressive, and once they see me, they make it known that they don't approve. Megan assured me that this wouldn't be the case with her parents.
Trust me, babe. My parents are going to love you just as much as I do.
Are you sure? Because not all white parents approve of their daughter dating a black man. Things could get really uncomfortable really quickly.
Yes, I'm sure. My parents are really nice.
Have you dated black men before?
No, but I just know that they'll be okay with it.
I had no reason to doubt that she was correct, and so we set up a day where we would drive out to their house in the suburbs to visit them at their home. The whole drive out there, I had butterflies in my stomach, and I felt very nervous. I would have felt much more relaxed if we had agreed to meet them at a restaurant, but Megan had insisted that we go and visit them at their home. As we pulled up to the house, I was amazed at how massive it was. I had known that Megan came from money, but I hadn't realized just how wealthy she was until I was standing there looking at the mansion that she had grown up in. After we got out of the car, Megan's phone rang.
It's work. I need to take this, but why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up in like 2 minutes.
Are you sure? I don't mind waiting.
No, go on ahead. I'll only be a minute.
I knew that I should have waited for her, but instead I listened and I walked up to the front door. Above it was a security camera, and I could feel it staring at me. Slowly I reached out and was about to knock when I noticed that there was a parcel on the doorstep, which I almost stepped on. Stepping around it, I reached up to knock when the door suddenly swung open, and 2 very angry older people rushed out to confront me. Finally, we caught you red-handed.
You won't be stealing another package from us again, you hoodlum.
Before I could say a word, Megan's father pulled out a taser gun and shot me with it, causing me to fall to the ground as he electrocuted me. As I lay on the ground, writhing in pain, Megan's mother ran over and began to kick me as she hurled insults at me.
We'll make you pay for stealing our mail. You people are never satisfied with stealing once. You had to come back and keep doing it over and over again. You people are so greedy.
I couldn't believe it. Megan's parents were crazy and they were racist on top of that. Thankfully, Megan ran up and stopped them from continuing to attack me and pulled me to my feet, but I was in a lot of pain and I could feel that Megan's mother had broken a few of my ribs when she was kicking me.
What are you doing? This is Jacob. My boyfriend.
Why are you dating the thief that keeps stealing from us?
He's not a thief, and he has never stolen from you. He lives in the city, Dad. Why would he drive out here to come and steal from you?
Because that's all his people know how to do. Besides, we have him on tape stealing from us.
Oh, you do? Well, prove it.
I really didn't want to go into their home, but Megan dragged me inside, and her parents showed us a few recordings of some random black men that had been stealing packages off of their porches. I couldn't believe it, though. None of the men on the tape looked anything like me, other than their skin color. Lastly, they showed the tape where both of her parents attacked me. You see, I wasn't doing anything, and those other men looked nothing like me. You attacked me for no reason.
I don't know, Jacob. I didn't want to believe them, but it really does look like you on all of those tapes.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Not only were her parents crazy, but Megan was as well. The only thing I had in common with those other men was my skin color, but these 3 saw us as all the same man. Enraged, I snatched the tape that showed them attacking me and left as quickly as my battered body would allow me to move. Thankfully, they didn't stop me though, And once outside, I called a cab and asked that they bring me to the hospital after dozens of hours of waiting and being x-rayed. Not only did I have broken ribs, but I had fractures on the bones in both of my arms, along with third-degree burns where Megan's father had shot me with the taser. By the time they released me, I was covered in bandages and had a medical bill of over $15,000. I was so angry that I could barely see straight. However, I'm usually a very forgiving person, and so I wanted to give Megan and her parents a chance of making things right, and so I called her. Hey, I just got out of the hospital. Those crazy racist parents of yours broke several bones and nearly killed me.
Well, can you honestly blame them?
Are you being serious? They attacked me unprovoked.
We all watched the same tapes, Jacob, and for you to take the last one really shows your guilt.
Yes, we all watched the same tapes, but apparently I'm the only one that can tell that it was different men in each one.
Jacob, it was you in each one. Listen, I've managed to calm my parents down, and they promise that if you apologize and return all the things that you've stolen, that they won't press charges.
I didn't need to hear another word from her. It was painfully obvious that she was just as racist and crazy as her parents. Like I said, I'm usually a very forgiving person, but these people had pushed me over my limit, and so I called the police and charged Megan's parents with assault, and I gave the police a copy of the tape as evidence. Of course, her parents tried to show the police the other tapes, but luckily the cops watched them and knew instantly that it wasn't me on the other recordings. Unfortunately, this was only their first offense, and since they were so wealthy, Megan's parents only were fined and forced to do community service. Hearing this made me even madder, and so I decided that I needed to use the nuclear option on them. I posted the video of them attacking me all over every social media website that I could with the title, "Crazy Karens Attack Innocent Black Man." The video went viral, and both of Megan's parents became infamous overnight. They became pariahs in their social groups and were even kicked out of the prestigious country club that they belonged to. If they weren't retired, I have no doubt that they would have lost their jobs as well. No matter where they went, people recognized them and harassed them for what they had done. But all that internet infamy wasn't enough. After all, it wouldn't pay my medical bills. But luckily, since I was the one that posted the video, dozens of lawyers sought me out as they wanted to represent me in a personal injury lawsuit against them. Many of them even agreed to represent me for free because they knew that they would get a lot of exposure for representing me in such a well-known and popular case. I chose one that seemed like he knew what he was doing, and we served them and brought them to court. With the tape that I had, it was easy to show that they had attacked me without reason, and along with the x-rays and medical records that I had, it was an open and shut case. After we had presented all of our evidence, the judge took only 30 minutes to deliberate, instantly decided in my favor. He ordered Megan's parents to pay me the $25,000 for my medical bills and an additional $50,000 for the pain and suffering I had endured along with the long-term care that I would need to ensure that my injuries would heal properly. I honestly was hoping for more, but that $75,000 would really help me out so much that I just counted my blessings that I hadn't been hurt worse, and that after all my medical bills were covered, that there would be a lot of money left over to help me get something that I had always wanted: a house. A month after I received my money, I had put a large down payment on a lovely little house and was getting ready to move in when I got a call from Megan.
Hey, don't you think that my parents have suffered enough?
What am I doing that is making them suffer?
You posted that video online. Take it down. People won't stop saying mean things to them and to me because of it.
After what they did to me, and after the way you treated me and defended them, honestly, it's justified. I hope that video keeps being viral for years to come. Megan, for crying out loud. They attacked and seriously hurt me for no reason. That isn't something a sane person does. They deserve what is happening to them. And with that, I hung up on her and blocked her number. I had no interest in hearing from her or her crazy parents ever again. In fact, not more than 6 months later, they did it again to a different man, and since it was their second offense, they were placed in jail for 5 years. It was still a disgustingly short sentence for such a vile crime, but at least it was something. Megan, on the other hand, ended up changing her name and moving to another city. I'm not sure what happened to her after that, but I do know that her parents were hemorrhaging money because of all the legal fees that they were being forced to spend, and since they were the main source of money for her. I doubt Megan is doing all that well financially speaking. As for me, well, I did manage to heal up well, and I'm loving my new house, although I haven't started dating again. I will one day, but for now, I'm just enjoying being a homeowner, although I would have preferred I got the money for it literally any other way. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.